Greetings one and all, and welcome back to the Awaken to Ascend YouTube channel. I got acorns just falling all over me. I'm in a danger zone here. Anyway, we're back in the cemetery. It's the dead center of town. Okay, sorry. But as long as we're doing jokes, let me tell you my favorite one. A pirate walks into the bar and he's got a steering wheel attached to his belt buckle, and the bartender says, "Excuse me, sir, why do you have a steering wheel attached to your belt buckle there?" And the pirate says, "Arr, it's driving me nuts." All right, sorry. This is my favorite one. You won't hear it from me again, okay. But it's good to have some jokes because today's topic is pretty heavy. It's pretty dark. Sorry about that, but you know, this awakening journey can be pretty dark sometimes, and we gotta lean into it. We can't avoid it. We can't hide from it. We can't run from it, because that just causes a lot of problems for you and for people in your life. So let's not do that. Let's lean into it. And I don't want to speak for everyone, but I feel like most people have experienced this. It's those times when you feel really low, when nothing is working out, everything is going wrong, just obstacle after obstacle, and it's just, you just feel so bad. And I think that a lot of us will hear a voice in our head during these times that just says, burn everything down. Just burn it all down. Right? You've experienced that. You surely have. Where you just have this inclination, just like, everything is going so bad, let's just trash everything. And well, that's not good. We don't want to be doing that. So I kind of want to analyze that and go into that. Where does that come from? What is it? Why do we feel that way sometimes during our low points? And I pulled some cards on it, and I kind of just did a little meditation on where this comes from. And it depends on your perspective. It depends on your level of consciousness. It depends on what you believe reality to be. On one hand, you could just say it's the ego. It's the human ego that's telling you to destroy everything. And, you know, that's what the ego, most egos, from my experience, just want to die. They don't even want to exist. They want to suffer through life and then just die as soon as possible. The ego is not a happy thing. So when the ego has an opportunity to tell you to just destroy everything, well, it almost invariably takes it. Right? It knows you're at a low point. It knows you're going to listen to negative thoughts. It knows you might even act on these negative thoughts. So it's its best chance when you're at your low point to really get you to burn everything down. Okay, so it's the ego. But if you look at like maybe another level, it's the matrix, right? The matrix controls the ego. So if you look at it at a higher level, it's the matrix telling you to burn everything down. The matrix wants us to fail. The matrix wants us in pain. If the matrix is feeding off of our negative lower vibrations, then they're going to do everything they can to put us into those lower negative vibrations, because it serves them. It benefits them. So, okay, it's the matrix as well, at a slightly higher perspective. I guess somewhere in the middle would be, well, it's lower astrals whispering into your ear. These are not your thoughts necessarily. These are the thoughts of lower astrals who recognize that you're in a lowered vibrational state, and they're going to take advantage of it. They see that you're squandering, is that the right words? They see that you're wallowing in self-pity and shame and doubt and fear, and that's their jam. That's literally their jam. They eat it up. They put it on a bagel and they just suck it all up. So yeah, they come running. When you're in a lowered state like that, they come running. And I think, you know, depending on how you want to see reality, what level of consciousness you're at, all three things are true. It is the ego. It is the matrix. It is lower astral 4D entities. All of them are true, just at different levels. So why, though? How does destroying ourselves serve us? I personally can't think of a time where I ever gave in to these dark thoughts. I mean, I've definitely felt them, and I kind of pushed them aside as best as I could, because there's a part of me that's like, burn everything down. Everything I worked so hard for? Why would I do that? Why would I destroy everything that I've worked years to accomplish, why would I just destroy it in 1 minute with one fleeting thought? So is that because I'm well grounded? Possibly. I think that we all become ungrounded in these low points in our lives. We're all just more in the ego than we should be, than we normally are. And we're more susceptible to these things. But if you have some level of grounding, I feel like it's easier to just bypass those thoughts. It's easier to ignore them. It's easier to say, well, wait a second, is that really my thought? And that's something that I've really been practicing. Every time I have a thought that's just not right, not good, I think to myself, is that even my thought? It's definitely not coming from the higher self. We know that. So it's probably coming from the ego or the matrix or the reptiles, whatever you want to believe in, right? So when you have a thought in your head and it doesn't feel like yours and you don't want to act on it, well, we got something going on there, don't we? Something needs to be investigated. And it's so easy to say, wow, that was a dark thought. I'll never have that thought again. I'll just push that away and ignore it. That's what everyone does. But that dark thought originated from inside of you. Even if it was the matrix, even if it was lower astrals, even if it was the ego, they tapped into something that's inside of you. They cored it in. So it's actually your belief. So at that time, I think it becomes very important to go inwards and to self-reflect and to analyze, where is this belief located? There's something inside of me that says I don't deserve all this. Something inside of me maybe that says it won't last, that nothing lasts, that I destroy everything or everything gets taken from me. That's what they're courting into. And that's what needs to be looked at and investigated and healed. We can't just let these errant thoughts pass through our brains and just ignore them, or else one day we just might act on them. And then what? You're just going to burn everything down? Then where are you left with? Your higher self is in shambles. Your higher self is like, you couldn't just ignore that thought for 10 seconds? Now our whole life has to be restarted? Easier said than done, sure. I mean, when we're triggered and we're in our shadows and our inner child is acting out, maybe we are able to act on these things. I don't recall a time where I ever was. I mean, I punched a wall one time. I mean, it's almost too embarrassing to talk about, but I was playing online. This is like 2003 or something. I was playing online poker and I had like the nuts, if you know what that means. It's like the best hand. It can't be beaten. And this guy got like one outer, just so lucky. All the money was in the pot and I was so frustrated. It was only like a couple $100. But man, there was something inside of me just said, destroy that wall. And so I went over there and I destroyed the wall. I put my fist right through it. I'm not proud of it. Definitely ashamed of that. But I think that's the only time that I truly like gave into these dark thoughts that were trying to manipulate me. But it's so easy to. I could see how people do it. When you're at your lowest point and there's like a demon on your shoulder saying, yeah, go do that thing, yeah. I mean, it's so easy to listen to it. Go burn it all down. So just bringing this to your attention, friends, I guess the point of this video is to encourage all of you to be more aware of when this happens and to not skirt the responsibility of investigating it and learning from it and figuring out where it's hiding in your energetic field. It's hiding in there somewhere and it can't stay. I mean, it can, but it's just going to keep coming up and you're going to have more and more opportunities to burn everything down. And eventually they're going to win. Eventually. So stay vigilant, my friends. Be willing to look at the dark aspect of yourself and be willing to heal it and get rid of it. Because how could that possibly serve you? All right. I'm going to go enjoy this peaceful cemetery. Be sure to check out the website. I'm writing blogs furiously, fiendishly, and they're very short. They're like 2 or 3 minutes to read, little nuggets of wisdom or understanding or questions that is free. So go check out the website, awakentoascend.com, where you can also get a phone call reading with me if you feel like chatting. And we can talk about spiritual stuff all day. We can pull cards, we can channel whoever, and just do whatever you need. So check that out on my website, Awaken to Ascend, and stay vigilant. Don't let those dark thoughts control you. And don't be afraid to figure out what's going on there. That's the gist of it all. I want to thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much. And do the YouTube stuff, the like, share, all that stuff. You know what to do. All right. Peace, guys.